This has to stop. Data on the file is accurate. I don't want to do anything else. Don't like to be someone's backup. That crossed my mind.
You just give me a...
I need my phone. All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I am getting logged on my computer. Well, logged on again. My computer went through doing some updates, so I just let that go. It's Friday. It's the Friday before Memorial Day, so it's going to be a long weekend. I'm excited for that, to have 3 days off. All I'm going to do is probably clean, sleep, and eat. Like, I don't want to do anything else, but I know I probably need to edit a video. I would like to film another Tableau Tuesday, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see. Oh, let me log on. I had to get my work phone so I can enter my information and get this like passcode that I need to log on with. Let me do that. Okay. So yeah, today it should be a light, chill day. We are able to leave early today. Like, we don't have to work a full day because it's a holiday weekend. And I want to say one person on our team is off this weekend. So it's like 3 of us here, but someone, and I actually need to, I don't think I said hello or good morning to it. Well, no one said that, but I'm gonna just say hello, good morning. And someone sent me a Slack message yesterday. So the team member that is currently out of the office today, that took the holiday weekend off, she left me as her backup. And I get a question yesterday afternoon. I see it this morning, but the question came in yesterday afternoon saying, hey, I have a question about how the reporting works for her project. And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I'm not, like, even though I help her out and I validate results, sometimes I don't know the ins and outs of that project like the back of my hand. And when you are in doing like reporting and analytics and you have any involvement in a project, like, people expect you to know everything. So I think she's going to be back next Wednesday, so I need her to give me the rundown, the ins and outs of the project, because I personally don't like to be someone's backup and get questions that I don't know the answer to. Like, I know this isn't like important where they can't, like, they can wait. This person can wait. This isn't an urgent question, but it's just, I want to know the ins and outs. Like, that's just who I am as a person. Like, I need to know the details so that if someone asks me questions, I can answer them. Because if you touch any project, people expect you to know it, and it's unfortunate sometimes because you don't know it. Like, based on your involvement, you may know little to nothing. I know some things, but the things I know are the pieces that I've been involved in with the project. So I'm gonna look through, like, the project has like a guideline, so I'm gonna look through that. Hold on, let me reopen my tabs in Google. Oh yes, I still have a billion tabs open. Like, I've been trying to close them out, but it's just not been happening. So yeah, I need to address their Slack message and address it to the best of my ability. Since she's going to be out for the next couple of days, I don't know if this person's going to be in today, but I will try to answer it if I can after doing some research. So that's when I'm going to spend the first few minutes, like probably 10-15 minutes. I'm going to try and research this because they have a trial going on with some employees, and they're asking me how that is going to show in the reporting. I don't know. Do they qualify the same way? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask someone else that helps her out with this project for another group, but I don't know if this impacts their work group. But let me do a couple. Let me search my email. Maybe it's in there somewhere. My involvement is very limited, I believe. But she did ask me to validate some reporting for her, like validate some of the results, which I was creating code and working on that yesterday. But then I got pulled into working on my own dashboard, which I'm very happy with how it's been turning out. But I've been making some modifications to the charts, adding some additional things that will give more insights as to the performance for the first quarter. And I probably shouldn't even be working on that project. I have another dashboard that I need to be working on. I don't know if I'm gonna get to that today. I really want to go back to that first dashboard and work on that, honestly. But let me see. Let me go to the website and see if it has anything about this particular work group. So let me get started on that. Okay, you guys, so the the answer for the question that I have, or the person that asked me the question, I don't have an answer. Like, it's not easily available for me to find, so it's just gonna have to wait until next week when she gets back, because I don't know, and I don't want to give you wrong information, so we're gonna wait. But in the meantime, what I've been doing is I am working on cleaning some data from an Excel file that I got from this person as well. I need to add this data into my dashboard, but the data is not clean. Like people, they format like their data, they give you stuff that's like color coded. Like, I don't understand why it's color coded, what it means to you. Should I be including this data in my file? Like, I just don't understand. Like, there's certain data that has like a strike through in this Excel file, and it's like, okay, for what? So I don't know what the color coding means. Anytime that I go through, and this is just me personally, anytime that I have data that I need to give over to someone, I try to clean the file up, because if I have color coding or anything, like, that means something to me that may not mean anything to you and your purposes. So I try to get, ask appropriate questions, ask the right questions to find out what exactly it is that you need, so I can hand you the right, the data that you need, whatever that's specific to you. All this color coding and stuff, this has to stop. I mean, because right now I can't do anything with this. So what I'm going to do is that, sorry, you're in the way. I'm going to take the data that doesn't have any kind of like strike through or color coded or anything like that, whatever that means. I will find out from her next week what this is supposed to mean, if anything. I'm going to put it in this tool to format it for me, because I am going to need to run a query in Teradata so that I can get the additional fields that I need, because this data doesn't have all the information that I need for my Tableau dashboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm putting the employee identifying information into this tool, and I am going to reformat this data. What it does is because in Tableau, when you put in like multiple fields that you wanted to select like specific information from, like, you have to separate them by a comma and then put them in quotes. So this tool will do that for me, but the employee information is not formatted. Not all of them are formatted correctly. Like, they're missing zeros. I don't know why, but like when you paste the data into Excel or into Google Sheets from the database, if there's like a leading or a trailing zero, it doesn't paste the zeros in there that are at the beginning or the end. So I have to add all the zeros back is what I'm doing. Pretty much looking at, okay, who's missing a zero and adding that in. Okay, I'm gonna work on getting this formatted, and then, well, hold on, is it just the leading zero? I think it's a leading and trailing. So the leading zero, it doesn't paste that over if you have a number that begins with a zero for whatever reason. So I'm working on that. Then I'm going to run this query so I can pull in the other pieces of information that's missing. Then I can upload it to my dashboard. And this piece of the project I hope to be done, but I know I will probably have to make more changes based on their feedback once she gets back. She'll probably be like, oh, well, these people should be included in the data and these should not be, because as of right now, I'm just only looking at people that don't have any type of color coding or strike throughs or anything like that in their data. So I'm sure I am going to leave people out that should be included or include people that should be excluded. I don't know. I'm repeating myself, so let me stop. Okay, but that's what I'm working on for the time being. I'm gonna continue to work on this formatting, and then, is this a phone number? Okay, I think I have all of the information formatted, which is good. Okay, so now let me run my code. Equals. Comment that out. Change this. working from home for a couple of hours. I need to validate a report that my manager would typically do, but she's not here. So I've been asked to do a validation because I did it last time. So I just need to go through and make sure that data on the file is accurate for one of the vendors that we work with. And then once I've checked that and approved it, then I'm going to go back to working on my dashboard, which I worked on some in the office, but I need to go in and check some of the calculations because I think the last time I vlogged was Friday. I was working on this Sankey chart and I'm still working on it. Like, I'll show you what I can. You can see the lines, like that's what it's coming out to. But my calculations, when I put the entire chart together, because there's two other pieces to it. So when I put everything together in the chart, there's two other pieces to it. When I put them all together, it's not coming out the way that I want it to. So I think there's something wrong with the calculations. So I need to troubleshoot that a bit and then move forward. So that's what I've been working on in the office. I'm going to do some Google searches and see what I'm doing wrong and try to fix it because it's not doing what I want it to do. So yeah, let's get into it. What is that name really listed that many times? I don't understand. Okay, so I'm getting some NAs in this data, so I need to find out where these people are coming from. So that's 0. Enter. Okay, that person's coming back now. 3. Okay, it's saying, I don't know why this VLOOKUP isn't working because it's when I do Control F, I see the names. Yeah, so that's something I brought up to that crossed my mind. Some of them, like when you look at some of the state, they don't have the ability to earn the maximum because they don't have the head count. So if I have 10 reps and each of them can earn, well, no, I'm saying that like from that head count, because each of my if I have, let's say all of them hit the max and they earn 10 of that, so okay, fine. But if there is no way for me to get that, that's all I'm saying. Like they don't even have the ability to, even if all of the employees hit it. Yeah. All you have to, it's like none of that additional things we added in matters for them. Like when you're saying, oh, where is that called out at? They should have the same requirements as the employees. I know that, but I'm just saying it's not fair because they're not being held to. Yeah, I agree with that. The only thing I would say is like if they're adjusting if what they said is true, that July targets will be more aggressive, it makes sense, you know, because they're going to get that more aggressive target as well. You got to attainment twice under. Yeah, just so there's no confusion, we're covered. They don't think that it's something that it's not, you know, like that's all. I'm good with that. Like we've had this line in there before, but I'm fine with that. I'm sorry. The line below, yeah, that's just a general requirement though. In general though, they should know that you need to use it on every sale. Yeah, but my issue with it is that we're not checking and using it. That's what we need to, like, someone needs to be auditing and using it to make sure that they're using. I think at one point I may have requested access to reporting. I don't know if it ever got approved. I need to go back and look. When you say commission data, what do you mean like that?